Hi. I'm not going to pretend this is my first video of the day. It's the fourth. So the last video I meant to talk about the cruise, but I got to talking about my last week in Florida with my sister-in-law. So now let's talk about the cruise. I went on the cruise with a group of people, some that I've met before, some that I just met. They have had some form of weight loss surgery, or they are +1. I learned that on the cruise. +1 is someone that supports you in your weight loss journey, whether it's your spouse or your child or your mom. So this was my first cruise, and based on this cruise, I may go again. In fact, I had trouble on the cruise, and I was missing something. I was missing it for the whole week. Sorry. So I was missing it until Friday night, when I learned that it had been disregarded in a cabin by two people who didn't know each other, and they thought it belonged to the other. So my bag was missing, and my jackets, and the brand new sweatshirt that I purchased at the gift shop in the Marriott to keep me warm. So I didn't have anything to keep me warm. I had light sweaters. You know, the kind you wear so your bat wings. Yeah, see, that's the bat wing that I developed because my weight was at least 360 pounds, and that was not documented by the doctors, but I saw that on the scale at work. You know those kind of scales that you see on The Biggest Losers? No, well, maybe not. This was an industrial scale. I have to tell you, this scale was two-sided. So someone in the office could see what the scale showed, or someone on the platform. I worked at the post office in Framingham. I was a letter carrier. Sometimes I would come in, see nobody on the platform, and hope that I could get on the scale, have it stop swaying back and forth, stop, and I could see how much I weighed and record it in my mind. Not record it down, but record it in my mind. And I had to do this surreptitiously, because there were times when the truck driver had backed in the truck with the mail and came in just as I got on the scale. So I'd get off the scale and I'd go try again. But I had to wait till all the chaos of getting the mail off or whatever. I had to wait. I had to be careful. I had to not let anyone see that I weighed that much. And people could come in from the far end, or I came in, or from the other end, because that was the front entrance, or behind me, or come into the office, or just come through one of the doors. There were 3 doors, one normal door and 2 dock doors. So as I walked to the scale, I'm just saying that there was a lot of stress, there was a lot of angst, there was a lot of, what if somebody sees me? So I have to say that having lost 193 pounds, I felt that going on this cruise, I felt like it was a miracle. I would not be looked at as the big lady who might sit down beside me on the airplane, or the big lady who might take up more than her share of space. There were people with me who had been the big woman, the big child, the big man, And some of them were amazing to hear their stories. I didn't mean some of them. I didn't hear everybody's story. I've heard some. And I've watched some videos that they've made. I have not seen all the videos of all the people, but I've seen some videos. And I just had a little mini marathon of watching some of the new people that I met this time, watching their videos. And I always enjoy going back to their first one. I'm making this video. I'm starting to document my weight loss. Some don't even know if they're qualified to get weight loss surgery. So here we were on a cruise. Some have traveled before on cruises, but this was my first, and somebody else in the group may have expressed that it was their first cruise. And I really enjoyed going with people. I enjoyed going with people, but I enjoyed going with people that had sort of not the same, but similar experiences. But I'm a totally different person than many of them, you know. I'm older. I have a lot more experiences. Raising a family, being a grandmother. A lot of different, I probably have different political views than them. But this one experience, you know, spending the weekend at the conference and then going on the cruise with them, I thoroughly enjoyed. You know, and I met people that were not weight loss surgery patients. And I thoroughly enjoyed them, and I invited them places, and they came. And I looked for them. I looked for this one couple that that I met on the excursion line. And they became part of our family for the night at karaoke. And one of them shared later that even though she sang and danced and was powerful, that she had so many surgeries. In fact, she had surgery on February 5th. You wouldn't think she would be that vibrant. And that Mooney was terrific. I love her. So, yeah. I had a great cruise. I was missing a piece of luggage until the last day with my jacket, my sweatshirt, and my windbreaker. So, because the porters put it in the wrong place, and because I didn't have it all week, I was given half off another cruise. So seriously, I'm thinking of going, because what are the chances that they would lose? I don't want to go there, lose a piece of my luggage. Thankfully, just before I let that luggage go, I removed my camera and I removed a bathing suit. So, but all those chilly nights, I decided finally to buy a pink sweatshirt to keep me warm, because it was cool at night. It rained heavily, and it was cool at night. So, what more can I say? The cruise had crazy things like dancing after midnight, singing. I can't sing, but some of the people I met that went on the cruise with us have powerful voices. And I'm so glad that they can express themselves that way. Some of it was really funny. Dancing, singing. Yeah. It was fun. the comedian wasn't so fun for me. In fact, I told my husband I got down close so I could take his picture if he was cute. And Bobby looked at me, and I'm like, well, I was too far away for the other pictures. And but then when I didn't feel well, I didn't want to be part of his comedic act as I walked away. And fortunately, my new young friend came down to sit with me, Elsie, and she didn't like the comedian either. The shows were only an hour, so thankfully we got out of that quickly. I wanted to climb the rock wall, the pretend wall. Winds were too high. But I did get on the excursion that I wanted to see the Mayan ruins. I didn't get to swim with the stingrays. We never got into Georgetown and the Grand Cayman Islands, and we didn't get to do all that we had hoped to do. Nobody ever gets to do all that they hope to do. But I had a wonderful time. And there was a lot of more quality time, and I had fun with more people this time. I had fun. Not just this time, but I really enjoy meeting people that have had some form of feeling that discrimination because they are obese and have worked through that discrimination and are much stronger. I felt that as a letter carrier, I learned to be stronger. I learned to go into many, many different situations. Not only on my own route, to meet with people, Brazilians that didn't understand the system. Walking into offices and trying to find out where they kept their mail, their outgoing mail. Being bolder. And even though I didn't know it, having people know me and of me, in fact, were looking forward to me coming by their home or office, knowing that I made an impact on them, despite the fact that I was almost 200 pounds bigger than I should be. Whoa. People can be cruel, but people can be compassionate. And I hope you find compassionate people in your life experience. And if you're overweight or obese, I hope you find the solution that's good for you. I found it in weight loss surgery. I had a Roux-en-Y surgery January 3rd, 2008. Prior to the surgery, I lost 81 pounds. I so-called did it on my own. I did it because I got tired of the looks and the comments. Yeah, I got tired of feeling at times that I was not worthy. Though I knew I was worthy at times, there were those comments, those looks. In Southwest Airlines trip, one man put his elbows up and had his elbow sticking into me.